Alright, let's tie the bunny leech. I like this in black or purple for largemouth bass. This baby's about 5 inches long and it's a big bass magnet. It really only uses two materials. One material really, just cut two different ways. This is a standard or a magnum cut zonker strip, and this is a cross cut rabbit strip. I use 1/40th ounce lead eyes. It's tied on a Tiemco 8089 number 6 hook, and I do epoxy coat the head for durability and also because it looks so cool. Let's tie this. This is one of my favorite flies for largemouth bass. I'm going to use just a 6/0 black thread. Put the eyes on here really close to the front of the hook. I will often start fishing for largemouth with a surface pattern if the water is calm. If the water is not calm, I'll go right to something under the water, like a half and half or this bunny leech. Or if the fish show me that they're just not going to come up on calm water for the surface pattern, then I'll start going down after them with this. I have fished this on a floating line in just a few feet of water, or I have fished it down as deep as 8 feet on a sink tip line. Alright, let's start off with our Magnum zonker strip. We size it up for length. I want this to be a good 5-inch long fly, so you just separate the hairs there and cut that off. And you kind of size this up. Lay it on there and see about where, actually lay it in this way. This is the right way to go. I'll explain why in a minute. You lay it on there and look to see where the hook shank is going to come through that hide, and it's going to be right about there. So we're going to snip a little hole in the pelt right there and then push the hook point through that hole. Slide that, man, my vise is getting squeaky. Then we slide that on up the hook. Forgot to bend the barb down. There we go. Put it back in the vise and turn this over. Come back here with our thread and tie it down. Now let me explain why I tied this in upside down. This is the way the fly is going to ride in the water. Hook point up. Alright? So we want this to ride so that the water will unfurl these hairs and make them undulate in the water. If we tied this the other way around, as the fly falls, the water pressure would just push the hair into the hide, and we wouldn't get the action that we want out of this pattern. Okay, that's good. Now we want a cross-cut strip. Cross-cut strips look like this. The hairs angle back away in one direction, away from the hide. We want to cut this cut this one right. Cut it so that we can lay it on here and turn it in this direction so that those hairs will flare toward the rear of the fly. You don't have to worry about being terribly neat here. We're going to cover all that up anyhow. Wrap this fairly tightly, but stroking the hair back after each turn to make sure it's not getting trapped in there. We want a nice full body with a lot of bulk. Wrap that all the way up to right behind those eyes. 2 or 3 turns there to secure that. Clip it off real close in there. Just take a few more figure 8 wraps around those eyes there, and then some right behind it to secure things really well. And come in front, whip finish the fly. That is a bass killer. The black bunny leech, like I say, I also like it in purple, and then to finish the fly, I coat it with epoxy. Really easy fly and extremely effective for largemouth bass everywhere.